Good morning, everybody. Welcome back to the channel. If this is your first time stopping in, go down and check out some more videos, and if you liked what you see, hit the subscribe button. But today we're getting rid of the fishbowl on the truck. So I picked this truck up a little over a week ago, and since then we've put rock lights on it, we've cleaned it, ceramic coated it, we stripped all the windows, put a aux beam switch panel in it, some aux beam pods. Today we're going to be window tinting it. So I ordered 15% pre-cut tint. I'll have a link down in the description where to buy it from. I've bought from this company before, but we're doing pre-cut 15% all the way around, back windows, side windows. It doesn't come with an eyebrow for the top. So I actually have some Walmart brand 20% that, if all goes right, I will cut my own eyebrow for it. Which I kind of like, because then I can choose how thick it is, because that's a 24 inch or that's a 24 inch roll. So I could probably go down to right here, because normally if you got an eyebrow, they're gonna do like right in here, the very top of it. I'll do like half the windshield, like how my Chevy was, because I have to get this thing replaced. Yeah, this is pretty rough right in here. And then right here is pretty rough. And I'm pretty sure I found where the leak is coming from. I think it's actually coming from like right here. As you can see, this water line that runs down this. So pretty sure it's coming from here. I pulled this pillar off in here, and you can see where water's ran behind it. So it would make sense if it was coming from up there and then pooling up down here, which makes me wonder if there is a leak on this side as well, considering all of this right here could be coming down like that. But this will get replaced very soon. I actually did find there's a little crack in it right over there, so we'll get that replaced in the future. But for right now, we're gonna get everything tinted, because I'm going on a 10-hour round trip in this truck. And come on, Bird, why you gotta be so damn loud? Going on a 10-hour round trip, and I do not want to be fishbowling it the whole time. Let's get started on this window. See how well this goes. Well, getting all my tinting stuff together, and I realized I don't have a clean spray bottle, as well as I don't have any baby shampoo. So I'm gonna make a quick run to the store, go buy a spray bottle and some baby soap, and come back and get started on this. Okay, so this isn't my first time window tinting. I've tried like AutoZone, Walmart tint in the past, tried cutting it myself, and then I tried pre-cut tint on my 85 F-150. It wasn't perfect. The pre-cut wasn't the right size for the windows, but 80 to 96 is their pre-cut year range, and you know, there's 16 years in there. Hopefully this is the same altogether. Hopefully we don't have any big gaps or anything like that. So I've got my Johnson & Johnson baby soap mixed in with some water, and I'm gonna clean this back side of the window first, and I'm gonna scrape it and everything with a razor. So I'm gonna scrape the back side, re-wet it, and then we're gonna stick the tint on the back side, and I'm gonna shrink it and everything, make sure there's no fingers or anything like that at the bottom, clean this side of the window, and then hopefully get it on there. So hope you guys enjoy. Alright, so that was actually like surprisingly really easy. The front side is done. It's cut perfectly. There's a couple of defects that are in the window itself that aren't in the tint. There's little pieces of like dirt or something that was stuck on the window itself that you just couldn't see when it was clear, that you see now once there's tint on it. But yeah, this is done. Now let's do this back door right here, and then we'll jump to the other side. I'm saving the back window for last because I know that one's gonna suck. So let's do the back. Okay, well my battery died. I thought this piece was for that window, so I got that window prepped, and then realized it was just a slightly bit different than that window. So I brought it over here, and that's the problem with this stuff, is they don't label where what goes. You kind of just have to figure out, and the back windows look almost identical. They're just a hair off, because right here it curves up a little bit and it's straight up over there, so you have to find that curve. And I thought it was for that side, so I prepped that window and I pulled the tint off. The tint tore. This is the problem I had with this crap in the past, is it's pre-cut, but yet it doesn't come off the release paper, film, whatever you want to call it. It doesn't come off perfectly. The front window came off fine, didn't have any issues with it. Back window, it tore up here at the top, and then it actually pulled this little corner right here completely off, and I didn't even know, and I got it over here and I put it on the window, and I'm like, where's this bottom corner at? And it was still on the paper over there. So I brought it over and I put it on here, and as you guys can tell, it crinkled up a lot. I'm guessing because this window's pretty curved, the front windows are pretty straight. The problem with trying to shrink this stuff is they have a big cutout square, so it doesn't really fit up here. So when you're trying to shrink it, you're not really trying, you can't really shrink it that well unless I'm just doing something wrong. But yeah, it wrinkled up quite a bit. So I'm gonna tint the rest of the windows. If the rest come out good, I'm gonna take that Walmart tint I have and try some of it, or I might just leave it. I don't know, because that Walmart tint's pretty blue. This stuff is very gray. So as you can tell, it's got a gray color to it. I don't want to put that Walmart crap right here and it not blend in. So maybe I'll just leave it alone for the time being, and in the future order a roll of 20% that is a good quality and try it. I don't know, I hope the rest go well. Front window did perfect. This back window did not. So luckily it's in the back, and like the bottom isn't even sticking. And I tried the heat gun because I watched some videos, and they said if it's starting to finger or whatever, take your heat gun, and once it gets to a zigzag, you can brush it through. Well, I tried that, and it's like literally, I don't know if you guys can hear that. It's like peeling up at the very bottom. It's not even sticking, which is aggravating, but hey, window's tinted now at least. You won't be able to see into it. You see all these stupid lines right here, but oh well, it's tinted. So I'm gonna keep going around. Alright, so I got front window done. Front window came out a whole lot better. It started to wrinkle up in here, but I was able to save it. There's one little crease where like the tint had like folded over while I was peeling it off that I can't do anything about. God, this looks like absolute dog water. Ugh, that looks like crap. Not a fan of that. But, oh well. This came out pretty good. Yeah, it started to finger up right here, and I was able to save it. But there's this little wrinkle right here. How well you guys can see that. But not the biggest fan of it. You can't see it from the, oh, there it is. You can see a little bit of it. You guys can't even see it on camera. But now I've got one last door to do, and then to tackle the back. That should be fun. So I'm gonna do this one and this. And then I'm gonna try and cut the windshield myself and do it all by hand. I have a feeling it's not gonna work out. Tinting's pretty freaking hard. I have to say, it's one of the hardest things I've done, and it's not physically hard. It's like a lot of patience, and I feel like you have to not be trained, but you have to know how to do it. It's not something you just pick up tint, you're like, got that. I feel like it's like trial and error. This is my third time tinting. Like I said, first time was on the blue truck. I used the Walmart brand, the Dila, whatever, and free cut it by hand, and it was terrible. That was a shit show the whole time. Then I tried pre-cut, and it just wasn't cut to size. I was able to get it to lay down on the windows. It just was not cut to size properly. And it might be this company. I've used the same company twice now, and when I get their tint, it's not cut all the way around. It happened on the driver's window, was perfect. The passenger front and passenger rear both had spots where it wasn't completely cut through that I'm pulling, and all of a sudden it starts to tear the tint because it wasn't completely cut. So I don't know if they need a new blade, since they're doing this in mass amounts or whatever, if their blades wore out or what, but it's pretty freaking aggravating when you're pulling the tint and all of a sudden it just tears a little bit. I was able to save it, but hey. So, time for this one. Alright. I ain't too good at it, so no promises. I said I ain't too good at it, so no promises. Looks good from across the street. All of them look good except for one, so. Well, this window came out good. We have one little wrinkle right here at the very bottom, and then there's like some weird like bubble texture that's all the way across this spot right here. So it's either the window or the tint, but driver's side is basically perfect. The only really window we have messed up so far is this one. So I might just leave it alone like I was talking about and order a roll of tint and just fix that one, because that's the only one that's messed up so far. Still have to do this one, and depending on how I'm feeling, try the windshield. I think it doesn't hurt to try it. We may just go for it. But it is starting to rain, of course. But at least I got all the side windows done. I set the tailgate down back here. I'm gonna set a step stool back here so I can set the tent on the back window, peel it, and then walk back down and come in here and do the inside. This one should be interesting. God, it doesn't look like there's a window there. There's a window, I promise. All right, this is gonna be fun. If this is the issue I had before, I have to trim over here because it's cut bigger than the window. Well guys, my camera is being absolutely stupid today. I just did a whole walk around of the truck and it didn't film any of it. All the windows are done. Side windows, back window. The back window, I only had a problem down here in the corners, and like I mentioned to you guys, I had to trim it. It being pre-cut, I shouldn't have to trim it, but I had to. This corner right here was the worst. I just could not get it to stick right there. I peeled it up, sprayed it, cleaned it, put it back down, still nothing. And then this window is the only one that's like actually visibly messed up. You can see all the lines in it. This window came out good. So much better. It's like crazy how window tint can change the look of a truck, but looks a lot better. And then this is my favorite part. Get in here. Oh yeah, it's nice and dark in here now. This tint, I can say, isn't cheap tint because it's got a gray color to it. You can tell like cheap tints are like super blue because they're dyed. These, I believe, are 2 layers. You have the dyed piece and you have a clear protectant, kind of like the tint I pulled off. Some tint has like a yellowish look to it. That's more of like heat resistant carbon tints. From my knowledge, I could be wrong. Someone's gonna correct me if I'm wrong, but these came out great, and I like the color of them. It's not like blue or yellow or purple. It's gray. It's nice. So now I'm gonna pull the rear view mirror down, pull my phone mount down, and clean the windshield, clean the inside, and then we're gonna try and freehand cut some tint. This should be interesting. It should be very interesting. I think I'm gonna do like just about half the windshield. Just like enough for me to see through and it block everything else. Kind of like how my Chevy was. My Chevy, I had half the windshield tinted. Now, like I mentioned earlier, guys, my windshield's got a little crack in it. My windshield leaks. So I am getting the windshield replaced. And when I get the windshield replaced, I'm going to pay someone to tint the whole window. I'm not going to try that myself, but I'm going to pay a shop to tint the entire windshield. I'm going to do 35% down the entire thing. But for now, we'll do 20% halfway down it. And I think that's going to make a major difference with the darkness in here and driving, because fish bowling in this thing is rough. But let's get started on it. Alright, so camera battery died, so I don't know what all you guys got to see until I go in and edit it. But let me say, tinting the windshield, super freaking hard. Props to you guys that do window tinting for a living, because you guys make this look a whole lot easier than what it is. Very center has quite a few wrinkles, and the passenger side has a couple like little air bubbles. But the center where the rear view mirror is completely hidden. You can't see it from the inside, and you only see it from the outside. But let me tell you, it is dark in there. So, and it is raining. It started raining about as soon as I started tinting the windshield. But we got our wrinkles right there. There's a couple right there, and then there's these down the side. Guys, like I said, the windshield's getting replaced. I'm not too worried about it. And when it gets replaced, I'm gonna pay someone to professionally do it. But it's dark in here now. It is very dark. And I am very happy with that. There's no wrinkles right here. All the wrinkles are up in here, over behind it. And then you can't even see the wrinkles from the inside over there, but you can see them from the outside. But for freehanding this, I got very, very close. I mean, it is damn near perfect. And I think this side might be a little bit higher than this side, but I can't tell. But if I had to guess, I'm probably gonna get pulled over for this. That's me, my guess. Maybe not, because it's not super dark. I mean, I've got 15 on all the sides, 20 on the windshield, but like, you can't see much of a difference between that. And shouts out to Gila, however you pronounce this crap, Black Magic, whoever the hell made it. Bought it from Walmart right after I bought the OBS, because I was going to tint the front windows on the OBS. And then ended up selling the OBS, and this chart already had window tint, and then I had to remove the window tint, and I would have had to tint all the windows, and I didn't want to freehand all the windows. It was 30 bucks to get pre-cut for all the windows. So I paid 30 bucks for these and 10 bucks for this. I'm $40, and my truck's completely tinted. And I mean, it looks good. Like I said, it is raining out here, so I'm gonna try and do this fast. But I mean, it looks good. You cannot see in there at all. You would guess this has 5% on it, but no, it's 15 all the way around. Yeah, this upsets me. I might try and redo it. I might leave it. I'm undecided, but it looks good. I'm hoping I don't get messed with. Being this looks like a grandpa truck, I'm hoping state troopers and everything up here don't mess with me. I'm sure if I were to lift this more, put big rims and tires and everything on it, I'd probably get messed with a lot more. But also, if you're just cruising around, most cops don't mess with tint. Not here in the South, maybe up north, but down here in the South, most cops don't really mess with you over tint. You gotta be doing something stupid. But it looks good, guys. And this is my 3rd time window tinting, and I tinted all the side windows, the back window, and I freehand cut the windshield, and it looks like that. I mean, it's on there. It's got a couple wrinkles. They're hidden behind the rear view, so it's got a couple of them. But I mean, it's on there, and that's what matters at the end of the day. And it looks good. And now the truck looks a lot better. We're no longer fishbowling it. We've got some tinted windows. It looks sick. So guys, if this doesn't tell you that you can do anything you set your mind to, then I don't know what will. The windows on the Ford, my blue Ford, do not look anywhere close to this good. There's like an inch gap on one window where you can see through it. Now, like, you can see this line all the way around right here. The windshield looks good. I had a company do the windshield. And then if you come over here, there's this gap right here. So I mean, compared to how I did on that, first time I tried tinting that by hand, I didn't even get it tinted. Like, tint didn't even stay on. Second time I did pre-cut, and it wasn't lined up perfectly, but it went on there. Third time, all the windows are tinted, and I freehanded the windshield. Dude, I'm excited about that. I'm just like so proud of myself. And it didn't take me that long. It took me like 20 minutes to do the windshield. So after tinting all the windows, I think it took me about 2 hours. So I mean, that's not terrible. I'm sure a shop could get this in and out in an hour because there was no tint on it whatsoever. All you had to do was scrape the windows, throw the tint on, and you were done. But I'm happy with this, guys. So if you guys enjoyed this video, drop a like on this video. And while you're down there dropping a like, I want you to go check out my channel, check out my other videos. You might like a couple of them. I do everything DIY, hands-on. We don't pay people to do stuff around here. We do it all ourselves. But check out the channel. If you liked what you see, please hit the subscribe button, as it doesn't cost anything. It's not like a monthly subscription you have to pay for. It doesn't cost you a thing, and it seriously does help me out quite a bit. 87% of you guys that watch my videos are not subscribed, so why don't you lower that number for me a little bit. And while you're down there checking out my channel, liking the video, drop a comment what you guys want to see next on this truck. I'm working on getting some mirrors, and I'm working on getting some headlights for it. So you guys have been commenting that. I hear you. I see your comments, but I just spent about $10,000 on this truck, between oil change, driving it up here, buying it, tax tag and title. We're looking like 10-2 right in there. So I don't just have a lot of money to just throw out and buy mirrors and buy headlights and buy taillights and buy rims and tires. So you guys are gonna drop more lights on these videos. But comment down other things you might want to see. We're already doing mirrors, we're already doing headlights, we're gonna do taillights. We already got a set of steps back here
to change out these grandpa steps. We're gonna change it up a little bit, but if I haven't mentioned anything and you think I should do it, drop it down below. I'll catch you guys in the next one. See ya.